In this video, I'm going to share some powerful ways that you can accomplish more with your practice time, particularly by consolidating creativity, harmonic internalization, and technical practice. We're going to use this groove. These exercises you can start the first time you pick up your violin in the day, right? And just by taking a scale, in this context anyway, we'll take the G major scale, and we'll just play some patterns out of this scale, discovering new relationships in the scale, while at the same time focusing on our technique and also being creative. Okay? So I want to start with this simple pattern, which just goes from each degree of the scale. So play after me. G to G. And then A to A. B to B. And then C to C. Now let's do that together. We'll do a slightly longer pattern. We'll do it together, but we're going to go down from here, from B to B, A to A, G. Just like that, but in a row, okay? So 2, 3, from B to B, A to A, G, F sharp, It might seem kind of easy, but here's some other things you can do to make it more interesting. Number one, focus on your intonation. Focus on the smoothness of your bow, right? Like technical things. Number two, if you want to make it more challenging, take it to a different position and also improvise your bow stroke. So I'm going to go from B to B. We're going to go back up and then keep going, but I'm going to do it in second position now. And I'm going to improvise my bow stroke. Do that with me, okay? Do ba 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 do dee, like this, just going up like that. 2 and 3 and 4 and. Do that again if you want, but isn't that challenging? It's a lot more challenging when you try to think about improvising your bow and you're also playing in second position, learning the scale in a new way. And of course you can be focusing on intonation, you can be focusing on your sound, any kind of technical thing. So the patterns that you choose aren't that important. You can take any simple motif, any simple thing. So let's take like let's take this one. I'm starting on E, and I'm jumping up a fifth, okay? We'll just do that one. Again, the same thing applies. You can do it in any position. You can even harmonize it. You can slow it down, you can speed it up, all right? So I'm starting on E. Let's do it together. 2 and 3 and 4 and. Going back up, it's going to sound. It's going to sound like that. Starting on D. Ready? And. Okay, let's try this one. From A. You can do it in thirds if you want. Keep going. Let's turn it around from E. That's tricky, right? That's hard. I don't care who you are. You can do it in sixths. Let's do this variation. So it'll be like this. Okay? And again, you can go into any position and improvise your bow from G to 1, 2, 3. So it'll be like. With me. Now going down from B. start. That's the idea. That's the idea. Eventually, you can, when you have these cells under your fingers and you learn this scale, that's just one approach and one way that you can develop your own improvisational language over a groove like this. And remember, the point here that I'm really trying to share with you is how you're consolidating during your practice. So instead of doing like a half hour working on your bow arm, half hour working on intonation, and then doing a different half an hour to work on these other things, you put it together. And that feels more integrated to me. But you know, eventually, if you hear a line that I might play on this, whether it's fast or slow, it's going to be informed by having practiced that scale in just so many different ways. So I'll just do just a real little bit, and then I'll have you play some lines after me. All right? So. So eventually, hopefully, that improvisation felt organic or a little bit surprising and hopefully musical, right? And so the idea is not just to play patterns, but it's to develop that facility and that knowledge of, in this case, the scale and all the many different possibilities where you can go in and out of that scale in different positions. And while you're working on learning that scale, you can also be working on technique, and you can also be trying creative ideas. So let's just do a little bit more play after me, all right, just to round this up, and then we'll get out of here. And I do want to mention before we get into play after me, if you check the links below, I've got some great courses that relate to all this. And the link below will take you to all that stuff. So check it out. You can even sign up to take a free introductory lesson with me if you like through my Creative Strings Academy. All right, so play after me. Awesome job. Awesome job. Click the links below. Hope to see you in another lesson soon. Until then, happy practicing.